Hello chaps, welcome once again to John Robson Guitar Tuition. As always, I do hope you're doing better than I am at the moment, to be honest with you. Yeah, take a look at my top lip. I've gone all Marlon Brando, haven't I? It's all swollen. I've been up all night with a ridiculously bad toothache. And it's Friday today. The soonest I can get into the dentist is Monday. So this video today is brought to you by Corsadil Dental Gel. They're not sponsoring me, but it's about the only thing that I can use to take the edge off the toothache and not interfere with my regular weekend plans. So, there we go. I'll be in to see the dentist on Monday, and I suspect in exchange for about 20 minutes of his time, I'll be helping him put down a down payment on his new Range Rover. It's usually the way it goes, doesn't it? Now, we have some unfinished business to crack on with. The HSS Strat shootout that we did earlier in the week between a Harley Benton ST57DG with an Artec Hot Rails humbucker in the bridge position, and then we had a Squire 70s vintage modified HSS Strat, and then we had the Fender Deluxe Lone Star Strat, basically a Mexican made HSS Strat. And we did some sound clips of those three guitars, and I told you I'd let you into the secret, if you like, of which guitar was which later in the week. Well, now is the time, and here are the results. So, as you can probably hear, it really is a photo finish and a steward's inquiry to see which one is ahead by a neck in the final furlong. I like elements of all three guitars. For instance, I prefer the bridge humbucker sound on the Squire. I like the single coil sound on the Fender. And I prefer the neck profile, just the comfort feel of the neck, on the Harley Benton. So take from that what you will. There just isn't really a lot to choose between the guitars in terms of sounds, I think. One of them will nudge ahead on one pickup setting, whilst the other will nudge ahead on another. And frankly, for my uses, for what I need to use a Strat for, which is occasionally I need a guitar with a tremolo arm, and occasionally I need that sort of quacky, out of phase, honky position 2, position 4 Strat sound, then the Harley Benton kind of ticks those boxes as much as I need them ticking, to be honest with you. So that is, it's a good job, because that is my guitar out of the three. The other two belong to me students, who I will just thank now. Thank you to Sean and to Spencer for lending me their guitars to do that video. Right, now on to the matters of the day. Here's some jazz. Now then, believe it or not, that style of playing has strong links and strong echoes with the music of people like Joe Satriani and other such 80s shredders. Essentially, what was going on there was something that they tend to do quite a lot of, especially Satch. It's a way of making a solo, which is essentially played over one chord, sound a little bit more dynamic than just kind of sitting on one chord. Let's take, for instance, an A minor chord. Okay, here is a bass line that's kind of outlining an A minor chord. Here it is. Now, that A minor chord, or A minor as a chord, I should say, can occur in one of three different keys. It can occur in the key of G major, it can occur in the key of F major, and it can occur in the key of C major. So, for the purposes of this example, let's go with the key of G major, shall we? Okay, so what you're going to hear now is basically that A minor bass line once again, but this time it's going to have some chords, those chords you can see on there, the G, the C and the D chords, taken from the key of G major. It's going to have those chords superimposed over the top of it, and it'll sound like this. So overall, we still kind of have an A minor sound, but it's got more movement and dynamics in it than if we were just sitting on an A minor chord. So what do we play over this? Well, the bass line is outlining an A minor chord, remember, so we might as well just start off with an A minor pentatonic. And of course, you've got other notes in there that you can throw in as well. You've got the G chord contains a B note, and the D chord contains an F sharp note. So if you start thinking in terms of A minor pentatonic and throwing in the B note from the G chord and the F sharp from the D chord, you end up, funnily enough, with something called the Dorian mode. Yes, it never usually takes me long to get onto the topic of modes in these videos, does it? But that's what's going on. So here is a solo that I played earlier using the A minor pentatonic plus a B and a F sharp note, the Dorian mode, over that jam track. So as you could probably tell, I modulated from A minor up to C minor and back again in the middle of that, just to add a little bit more movement and dynamics to the proceedings. That jam track is available as a download from the description box, by the way, so grab a copy of it and have a go at this yourself. It might be fun, you never know. This basic technique of outlining a tonality chord with the bass line and then choosing other chords from the same key as that tonality chord and superimposing those on top to create a sense of movement where there would, otherwise only be one single chord chugging away. You'll find that very heavily in evidence on an album called Kind of Blue by Miles Davis, which if you've never heard it and you don't own a copy, I urge you to check it out. It came out in 1959. It's been a hugely influential album since then, and it's a very rewarding listen. You'll find those same ideas that emerged on that album in tunes like In Memory of Elizabeth Reed by the Allman Brothers, right the way through to, you know, Satriani and a lot of the kind of post-80s shredders. So just because it's a jazz technique doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to make you sound like you're playing jazz if that's not your bag. So there you go, that's pretty much it for today, folks. I do hope you've enjoyed the video, found it useful, informative, and maybe even a little bit inspiring. If you have, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell and give me a like while you're at it. Why not? I'll just take this opportunity to mention that if you use this discount code you can see on screen, you can get a discount, funnily enough. What else would a discount code be for? You can get a discount from on the Fret Zealot system that I'm absolutely loving at the moment. It's making my life as a guitar teacher a lot easier, and it's making my students' lives a lot easier as well. I've noticed that people are starting to pick up the pace a little bit, oh well, quite a lot actually, when it comes to learning shapes and fingerings and scale patterns and so on. So, you know, if you're looking for a little bit of a shot in the arm when it comes to figuring out where things are on the neck, it might be worth checking out. And as I say, discount code, you can get a discount, and the link to that is also in the description. One of my Udemy courses, Play Lead Guitar the Easy Way, is soon to be bundled in with the Fret Zealot app, so I'll keep you posted on when that goes live. And speaking of my Udemy courses, there's a bunch of them up there now, including that one I've just mentioned, Play Lead Guitar the Easy Way, and there's a sequel to that, Play More Lead Guitar the Easy Way, which is essentially anything and everything that you can do in a rock, blues, lead guitar sense with a pentatonic scale. There's a course up there on modes, which would relate to the lesson content we've done today. A whole load of stuff up there. Check them out. They're all available for free preview, so you can check out the course and get a feel for it before you commit to spending any money on it. And yeah, just, you know, they're getting all kinds of nice things said about them on the reviews section as well, which is quite gratifying. And so there you go, those are my Udemy courses, and I think I've been blethering on for a little bit too long now, so I'll take this opportunity to say thank you so much for watching, thank you for your time, and I do look forward to seeing you all again next time around. Bye for now, folks. And don't forget, before you go, to check out my Udemy courses, which you can see are available via my website, which is also where you can contact me to get in touch for some one-to-one tuition, either via Skype or in person if you live local to me. I also have merchandise available on my Teespring store, and of course all of the links are in the description. See you next time, chaps.